Hello, my name is Michał Mazur. I'm the partner with PwC and I'm the head of the drone-powered solutions, the first globally center of excellence dedicated to commercial use of drones. So drone-powered solutions is the center of excellence established by PwC nearly 2 years ago. It's located in Warsaw, Poland. Mainly, this location was selected because of the legislation. Poland was the first country globally to introduce back in 2013 professional legislation related to commercial use of drones. So what we do, we help our customers, global organizations from the infrastructure, insurance, transportation, agriculture, and other sectors on applying the drone technology within their operational processes. Now, with the growing awareness that legislation is needed and many other countries are now introducing similar laws, we started the global rollout, and to support that we have published, it's a report, Clarity from Above. It's the report summarizing what are the commercial use of drones in different industries, evaluating what is the value of the addressable market of commercial use of drones, and also outlining what are the barriers to develop in a full scale, mainly legislation. If you look back into 80s, in 80s we had so-called IT revolution, so the companies from different sectors started to use IT system to optimize and to support the processes. So I truly believe that now we are at the beginnings of the similar revolution, but linked with drone technology. So no matter it will be railway operator, agriculture company, insurance company, they all will apply drone technology within their processes. And drones can be used with different type of uses. It can be used like in transportation as a last mile delivery machine, but it can be also used to gather the data. And I think the largest part of the business generated by the drone technology, or the largest part of the changes introduced thanks to the drone technology, will be the change when different industries like insurers will be able to gather better quality data and use them in their daily processes. So if you take an example of a claim management process, when you have a flooding over the agriculture space, it's much easier to fly a drone to understand what is the level of damages and to address it and be first to pay the installments to your clients. There's a lot of startups all over the world. I think the leading is US, Israel, France, Germany, and China. And these are the countries when you have a really enormous number of companies which are focusing on different aspects of drone technology or drone universe, because part of them are focusing on the production of drones, others are focused on the production of sensors, so dedicated cameras, infrared sensors, other. And there's a large number of companies who focuses on software. So the software to process the data, the optical data, the image data you can gather with drones. If you look at the manufacturing industry, first, probably you have a large number of the producers of military drones like Boeing, BA, or others. But also there is a quite big market for commercial and recreational use of drones with the leading DJI. DJI is the Hong Kong-based Chinese company who owns probably 60% of the global market. Then you have a number of other companies in large territories like France and Parrot like US. And then I think in every country, and I hope also in the Ukraine, you have a number of smaller producers who are focused on just one type of application of drone. So it can be agriculture drone or delivery drone. If you ask about the regulation, in fact, that's the largest barrier for the growth of the drone-powered solution or the commercial applications of drone. In our report, we have measured the addressable market for drone-powered solutions, and globally, it's more than $120 billion. But this is a number which can be only achieved if every of the larger countries will introduce dedicated legislation regulating commercial use of drones, so regulating pilot licenses, regulating zones where the drones can fly or which are restricted, also regulating liability and insurance. And then probably after the legislation is introduced with the growing number of drones, the second step will be the introduction of the flight control for drones, because the one which we have for bigger planes is probably not very accurate to manage the drone traffic in the airspace. The regulatory framework is something which companies, corporations needs to switch to drone technology. If it's regulated like in Poland, like in South Africa, like recently in US, it's much easier. And I observed that majority of large countries like Germany, France, UK, Ukraine are now working on the new legislation to support this growing segment of the business. Privacy is a very good point, because for now we have quite developed laws for privacy of data, but now we have to discuss what is the privacy of image. So for example, if I make a picture of your home, of your house, whether I break your privacy or not, or maybe I will break the privacy when I'll take a picture through the window with the drone, it's possible. So yes, this is a very good point, and there is a debate in majority of countries around the globe how to regulate that, what should be called privacy, what should be not called privacy. Currently, with the current status of legislation, practically you can shoot anything you want, to take a picture of anything you want, and that's not a violation of the privacy. Maybe it should be. Out of the areas of commercial use of drones, the largest in value probably will be the infrastructure. And here we talk about mainly transportation infrastructure, like railways, roads, but also pipelines, energetic lines. And you can see two key types of the application of drone technology. First will be the maintenance, so each of the infrastructure needs to be maintained, so reviewed periodically whether there are no breaks, whether everything is in good shape. So you can replace the traditional human-based process with the one drone-based. When the drone flies, takes the pictures, and then you have a team of image data analytics who work on these pictures and provide you with a report on the status of the infrastructure. Second use is the monitoring of the construction projects, when you can have periodical shoots or missions with the pictures, and then you can see what is the progress in percent, whether there are any deviation from the original design, and all that typical information. Agriculture is another sector when you can use drone technology. And if you think about large spaces with the crop, if you fly drones with dedicated sensors, infrared or others, you can see, for example, what is the level of the growth of the crop, because looking by eyes, you cannot see the different colors, but with the special detectors it's possible. And then, for example, if you think about spraying, so you can spray chemicals only in very selected parts, so you save money and also you save environment. Well, media was probably the first sector which adopted drone technology with sport events, with movie production, and I think that's the most developed and the most used all around the globe. If you think about perspective for commercial use of drones, I think that still we need legislation, but this will come over this and next year. If I look on the progress in different parliaments, mainly US, UK, China, Ukraine, and if we have this legislation, then I truly believe that it will be adopted very soon, because all the global corporations, knowing that they are able to use drones legally, they will start using this. If you think about the revenue the drone-powered solutions or commercial use of drones can bring, I think it's a very interesting and promising sector for new startups, new companies, because if you think about first, drone operating companies, there will be a huge need for them. Then data processing, image data processing, then all the transformation processes which needs to be done within the corporations from each of the sectors. So there will be a huge demand for different type of companies. So I truly believe that it's worth to invest in this sector now. If you ask me who use our support, drone power solution support, so first projects which we had were with road construction companies and railways. And then we started to work with insurance companies which see the value in shortening and optimizing the claim management process. Now we start a very interesting pilot project with open pit company from Asia, when we'll be making surveillance over the open mine. But I think that in fact a lot of other industries will also be starting to use this technology. If we think about what type of companies will also have part of this growth in the drone, commercial use of drones, I think IT sector will be profiting also very much. Because if you think that there will be a lot of new type of data gathered by drones for insurance companies, for construction companies, so then you can make a good use of them, combining them with the data the companies have inside. So there's huge space for integration of data, integration of systems. So that's for sure another application which we can see. Drones, they're not only the toys, neither military weapon. I think that drones are a very useful commercial or industrial tool. So you can, of course, use it for parcels delivery, and that's probably the most known use, but there's a number of different applications within infrastructure industry, with maintenance, with construction monitoring, within insurance, mining, agriculture. So majority of sectors you look at, there's a huge potential to optimize and support operational processes of these companies.